Long. Arriving on the fishery around about 7:15. Opening the gates, going around doing quick checks of people that have come the night before, or checking for fish that have been slinged up overnight, and then moving on, cashing up from the takings from before, and then starting to do full rounds around the lake, i.e. tickets. At times, everyone knows how busy we get. You end up just constantly walking around between March and October, renewing tickets. End up knocking off around about 6:30, but then your phone's always on if anything is needed. And in that mix of doing the tickets, you might get a phone call for a fish snagged. You might be needed over in the office. You might have a complaint as regards to people casting. So that's what I do, but you get other stuff always thrown into it. Officially 5 days a week. Unofficially, you never switch off. You're constantly about the fishery. You're watching the weather constantly. You're watching where the fish are all coming from. I'm just trying my best to get to know where all the fish are coming, so when people phone and ask, I can send them to the areas where the fish have been coming from. At times there's pressure. The pressure of getting around some days. You're looking at about 11-mile walk, and you've got the pressure of what you don't get done that day. You're going to walk into it first thing in the morning, and not everybody's great in the morning. I don't always like waking people up in the morning. People are at their worst then. You wake someone up, they can be a bit grumpy. So I try to get as much done the night before to save that in the mornings. You feel, like as regards to the pressure, fishing's changed now. People don't want to do so much groundwork. And I think that pressure comes onto the bailiff. They almost want you to catch fish for them. Everything's so easily now. They want to know which rig you're using, what bait it's all coming on, exactly where they're coming from. And you sometimes do feel that pressure that you are getting people to, like just now, before I come here, I've seen fish caught on Brasenose 1. I've moved some anglers, give them the heads up to get them moved. You've got that pressure of they can move, but possibly not catch. And then the bailiffs are blah, blah, blah. But we just try to get them as close to it. But like I say, the pressure now is everybody wants to know exactly where the spot is in each swim. It is a lot when you think how many swims we've got around site, to try to give to the customer so that then they get their fish and they come back. Is seeing them catch the fish, helping people, moving people. You do see rigs, and sometimes I don't have enough time to spend with everybody, but sometimes you can give a little bit of advice in just your conversation in a short space of time, that they will redo something that they've done, and then you'll come back in the afternoon and they're over the moon. They've either had a PB or they've caught a nice scaly one. That's rewarding when you get somebody that's caught that you feel that you've actually helped them catch and they appreciate it. Would have been the funniest thing I ever see was Chris's stag weekend. They all dressed in ladies' dresses on Brasenose 2. That was one of the funniest things yet.
Did you dress up?
No, I went to the stag do, but no, I didn't. Grass, driving on the grass. Linear's not just popular for the fish; it's popular for the environment that we create. It's a lovely place, and all we ever ask is that it stays like it. And we've got signposts everywhere. We've even put in new lay-bys just to try to make it so easy for people. But it is the grass. A lot of people feel that they still need to drive to the swim. And it's frustrating as a bailiff, because straight away it can alter your mood of the day because of that. And then, rightly or wrongly, you can go and see somebody else and not really be in the right frame of mood that you should be in because of you've just had somebody say drive to the swim. It changes every year. The best bit of advice would be to phone me. It really would, because like I said, I do almost live here. I know when people are coming and when they're going. So when there's areas of the lakes that are doing fish, I can say to someone on the end of the phone, look, they're leaving on Wednesday morning, get yourself here an hour before they go, you'll be okay. Sundays are sometimes good days, but it's always about staying ahead of the crowd, because they work it out very quick, and then it might be a Monday morning, or a Wednesday used to be a good day to come. I personally would never come at gate openings. Even I just open the gates now and I drive away, because sometimes we can have a lot of people arrive at one time and you're pressured to go into a swim. You haven't given yourself the time to either speak to the bailiffs or to walk round and use your watercraft and look for fish. I think that's a point that it's hard, because we're a busy day ticket, and people are looking for swims, not for fish. And I think they need to, I get a lot of anglers that will come, let's say Kev Hewitt, a weekend, he can rock up and he'll go and drop into the channel and catch fish. It's not always these favoured name swims that produce the goods. And I think if you arrive in first thing, you will be bullied into empty swims. Yeah. I love the fishery. I spent a lot of time fishing the fishery before I became a full-time bailiff. Since I've been full-time, all my fishing, I'm fortunate I've got a lease on a 19-acre lake. That's just me and a friend. But in recent years, all my fishing's gone back to the Thames, and I look for my solitude. And I do fish 4 to 5 times a week.